So for today's lesson, we will be factoring. We'll be using scaffolds that will be different between all three tiers. We are going to start off with tier 1. Tier 1 involves using all of the supports. Now this is mainly for students that have an IEP, an individualized education program, and also students who are not on their grade level. This can help them solve any problem given to them. So tier 1, essential question. How can we evaluate expressions with multiple variables using decimals? The problem, 6n plus 4y minus 3, when n equals 3 and y equals 6. Notice how I put the important words and also the variables in red. Now this is so it could stick out to the student and they can understand that this is important information. So for here we have solve. Solve stands for study the problem. They have to look at the problem. Organize the facts. Line up a plan. Verify your plan with action. And examine your results. So it's kind of like a checklist that they could check off once they're working on their problem. Now this is the most important, it's steps. Now these students need steps. They need to know that they are doing the right thing from start to finish. So we're gonna do this together and we're gonna follow the steps. We have a hint here for them too to make sure to not confuse where to put the numbers to their variables. The students should know what their variables are. They should understand that numbers should be plugged into their variables. So we're going to start off by steps number 1. Line up the equation. We're going to rewrite the equation. So 6n plus 4y minus 3. So we did that. Step 1 complete. So step 2, plug in numbers to your variables. So we're going to bring down the 6 and then we're going to look here, n equals 3. We're going to put a 3 where n is, plus 4, and then y equals 6. We're going to put a 6 minus 3. These steps are simple for students to understand. It's literally all written out for you. So step 3, solve each section step by step. Multiply first. So we're going to multiply across. 6 times 3, 18, plus 4 times 6, 24. Bring down the minus 3. So now we have to add and subtract like terms if needed. We need it. So adding and subtracting all together for some students is a little difficult. We're going to break it up. We're going to do 18 plus 24. 8 plus 4, 12. 2 plus 1 plus 1, 4. 42. We're not done yet though. We still have the minus 3. We're going to bring this up a little bit. So we're going to have 42. And then we're going to subtract 3. So 42 minus 3 would be 39. And that's how you get this answer in tier 1. Okay, so now we will be moving on to tier 2. Same essential question, same problem, just going to be a little less. So by that I mean we're not going to have the steps posted up on the board. These students in this tier should know at least the steps to take to solve this problem. But we will have some supports for them. For example, we will keep solve up for them. So this is just little reminders for them to understand how to go through with the problem. And we're actually going to use solve to solve this problem with tier 2 right now. So study the problem. We're looking at the problem and we might as well rewrite it so we can start working on the problem. So 6n plus 4y minus 3. So now organize the facts and line up a plan. So the facts that we have are we know that n equals 3 and we know that y equals 6. So our plan should be to plug in the numbers to the variables. That would be 6 times 3 and 4 times 6. Then we have the minus 3. We're going to carry it down. Now we're just going to solve. Verify your plan with action and examine your results. So this is our plan. We have to multiply across. 6 times 3, 18, plus 4 times 6, 24. Bring down that minus 3. So now let's keep going. We should know that we are going to add and subtract here. So let's break it up. 18 plus 24. 42. Then what? We still have minus 3 left. 42 minus 3, 39. So the answer will be 39. And that's that. They have their hints here. Make sure not to confuse where you have to plug in your numbers to your variables. We still left that up for them, just so they know where their numbers go. So for the last tier, tier 3, there will be no supports. So for this tier is simply for the students to just read their essential question and solve their problem. They will read, how can we evaluate expressions with multiple variables using decimals? And they will be given their problem. They will be given the numbers to put into their variables, and they would just have to do the problem with the information that they have learned already prior. So to rewrite this would be 6n plus 4y minus 3. In this tier, these students should know that n equals 3, and they would just plug it in. So n equals 3, so 6 times 3, and they should know that y equals 6. So they plug that in and carry down that minus 3. So now, with this tier, they should know to multiply when needed. 6 times 3, 18. 4 times 6, 24, minus 3. Then they will add and subtract across. 18 plus 24, 42, minus 3, 39. Quick, easy, and simple. Now these would be all 3 tiers. And that's it.